What's up with it, Seattle? It's your man Stally, 330 BCG MMG as usual, and this is the sermonsdomain.com, and we holding it down.
The Blackbeard.
Hammers and Vogues, bitches and hoes, my niggas on that kingish. That kingish, my niggas on that kingish. Hammers and Vogues, bitches and hoes, my niggas on that kingish. That kingish.
What's going on? It's your boy Sermon, the sermonsdomain.com, and we're chilling here with Stally, man. How you doing?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
I'm great, man. You just rocked Seattle. You had a great performance, man.
Thank you, I appreciate
So
it.
you've been on tour with Lupe for a while now, and like he has a brand new fan base that you could tap into. So like, how has his fans been responding to like you and your music?
They've been great, you know what I mean? Like the crowd's been open. I mean, they here to hear good lyrics and good music, so I believe I provide that. So it's been a somewhat easy task for me.
So on Spaceships and Woodgrain, you got DJ Quick and Cardo together to produce that one. What's the story behind having those two get on the beat together?
Man, I mean, it kind of worked organically, you know. Cardo did the beat, I did the music. I mean, I wrote and recorded it, and then Quick heard it and was so, you know, impressed by it. He wanted to put his own touch to it. He had his band up in the mountain with us where I recorded all of Honest Cowboy. So, you know, it just worked out that way, and it's crazy because like Quick is one of Cardo's, you know, idols and somebody that he looked up to. So to make that happen was definitely, you know, an honor for myself as it was, you know, Cardo. I mean, Quick is just, you know, he's a legend, so it was definitely a great turnout for the, I mean, it was a great move for the record.
And he also mixed the tape, so can we expect any like future production or work with him in the future?
Oh yeah, of course, you know what I mean? We got a lot of stuff that's we sitting on, and, you know, definitely I'm going to have him be a part of the album.
So you've been working on the album for a while now, and at one point you planned on dropping it at the top of this year, but you know that came in wind, and you released Honest Cowboy, and some of the records that were intended for the album, you know, were on there. So I wanted to ask you, like, how do you decide which ones to release and which songs you feel are necessary to hold on to the album?
Well, with this project, you know, even me putting out Honest Cowboy, you know, I decided to drop that for the fans and just for people who may not be familiar with me. You know, I felt like they still was time to educate people on who Stally is and what I represented, what my sound is. So I did that with Honest Cowboy and picking records. You know, luckily I had over 50 records recorded, and I was able to take some of the records that, you know, could have made the album and put them on the mixtape. But I still have a lot of music that, you know, is for the album.
You're still recording for
Yeah,
it.
and I'm still recording, you know, I'm still writing and working. So, you know, we definitely got the album coming this year. I say second quarter, but, you know, as soon as when this tour is over, we're going to start hitting, you know, the world with these singles and these records that I've been sitting on and really start, you know, bringing that momentum into the album.
So would you say that, you know, having to wait to release the album is helping you perfect your craft and like the overall sound of it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of people, I know fans and even myself, you know, we definitely want to always put out the album, but this is the first album, you only get one, so I definitely want to make sure it's right, and, you know, more importantly, I want to make sure the people who've been supporting me for, you know, as long as they have been, they get the proper, you know, material and album quality that they deserve. So, you know, I'm patient, I'm a team player, so, you know, I just want to make sure that I put out the best quality music possible.
And you mentioned singles. I know, like, you know, being in Atlantic and being in the MMG, you know, they're kind of big on having like a popular single.
Yeah.
So are you worried about, like, you know, having to do that before you put out the album?
Oh nah, you know, like I said, everything I've always done musically has always came organic. You know, even with swanging, you know, hitting the radios and being a popular song or popular enough to hit, you know, radio stations and get airplay. I feel like, you know, with that, it's just organically gonna come about. I never go into the studio looking to make a, you know, a single or a big record. I always just do whatever the heart feels and the music tells me to do, and whatever comes from it, comes from it.
Okay, so my last question. If you had to choose anybody in hip-hop with a beard to work with outside of who you already work with, who would you choose and why?
Oh man, who would I choose? Probably Common. I never worked with Common yet, you know what I mean, and I've always admired his work. So Common would probably be someone with a beard that I haven't worked with, that I would get on a record with.
Okay. Well, Stally, I appreciate the time.
Thank you, I appreciate you. Seattle was love, man. I'll be back.